Hey guys, how's it going? Robin here once again, and in today's video I'm going to be doing an update of my February stock portfolio. I like to do these updates usually about once a month where I kind of go over my portfolio. I show you guys what I have, kind of my earnings and whatnot. Since this is basically an investing channel here, so I want to show you guys like how I do in my investing, show you guys my earnings and stuff like that, so you guys can see that as well, and hopefully you guys can kind of do the same. So in this video, I'm going to be kind of doing a broad basically go over all my stocks I have. I have a main stock portfolio in Wealthsimple, which is a robo-advisor, and then I have another dividend-based portfolio that's just 100% dividend stocks in Wealthsimple Trade, and that's one I'm slowly building out myself. That's a little bit of a smaller portfolio, but we've been building out over the past couple weeks here on the channel, and it's actually part of my dividend investing case study, so you might want to check that out if you guys haven't already. And in my main portfolio here, which I'm on the page here on Wealthsimple, this is a mixture of high growth stocks with dividend investing stocks. So it's a healthy mix of the two since it's my main portfolio here. And you can see in the total, this is February 1st, by the way, today. So this is kind of a recap of January, I guess, beginning of February kind of thing. So here we have $38,000 overall portfolio. We are plus 1,600. This went down quite a bit. We're gonna look at the graph here and kind of compare this because in the beginning of December we were up like over $2,000. So there's been a bit of a dip over the past couple days, I'd say, in the stock market. So yeah, some things have going on, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in this video as we go through things here. So we've just started February, a total of $593 deposited, and that's about it so far. Let's go into my account here. I'm going to go over my earnings for January. We're going to go over, I'll briefly go over my holdings because our holdings kind of show like my growth and whatnot. So we'll go over those really quick. And keep in mind, guys, these are ETFs. So these are index funds, ETFs kind of things, with a little bit of bonds here as well. So I'll go into our holdings here, and we can see here that our US stocks are up 7.6%. Our international equities are up 2.9%. So they went down a little bit. Now here's the big thing in my portfolio that actually took a big nosedive was the EEMV. These are emerging stocks. These are international emerging stocks, so they're kind of all over the place. I'm actually not 100% sure where the bulk of these holdings are. I'm just going to Google EEMV really quickly, and it'll actually tell us because I'm not too sure exactly. I think it's a little bit everywhere, but we can see here that this fund took a bit of a nosedive. And this is with everything going on in the world, like the coronavirus and stuff like that. Things go kind of weird when stuff like that happens. So this is a fund based out of, I think, Asia for the most part. I'm just going to kind of look here. If it actually says, it should say in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. So China, actually, this would explain 100% why this fund actually went down quite a bit. Is because 30% of it is held in China. Kind of funny. So yeah, this is mostly the Asian market and a little bit of Eurasia, I guess, or Europe, and a little bit of South America too, so a little bit of Brazil. But China is the number one here, so almost 30% of this fund. So that's why this fund, kind of took a bit of a dive with all the stuff going on over there right now. So with negative 4.7, if that wasn't there, this fund would be up a little bit, but it's okay overall. This is why we invest in a bunch of different ETFs and whatnot, so that when something like this happens and nobody really knows when it's going to happen, these other funds like my US stocks and my foreign stocks and my Canadian stocks here and my global stocks can help kind of bring that up, right? We're still sitting at pretty high, right? Even though we had a big little drop here over the past couple days. And at the end of the day, even I'm still going to be investing into this fund because you know what? At the end of the day, when stocks go down, it allows you to get them for a cheaper price. So it's never a bad thing. So, in the end, it's going to be a win-win kind of scenario. And just to continue on here, so we have our emerging stocks here, we have our global stocks, then we have our Canadian stocks, then we have another US stock fund here. So overall, you can see we're up pretty good, even though our EMV, our emerging stocks predominantly based out of China, are down right now. And then our bonds here are just kind of, they're doing their thing. We just have a small little bond part of our portfolio here, earning us some income. In terms of overall growth here, if I go to activity, we'll check out our dividends first, and then we'll look at everything. So if we go to dividends and interest, we can see that in January we actually got quite a bit of dividends in January, and I did a video a little bit back where I talked about my dividend income for January. But right now I'm just going to take a peek here. So we have some dividends paying out for most of our stocks. This is actually like the end of December kind of thing. But they kind of, some of them go out in the early of January or in the middle kind of thing, you can see here. So we'll just include them here anyway so you guys can take a peek. We have our US stocks paying out VTI, $42 in dividends, so not too shabby. We have our ZFL, which is a bond, paying out $6. We have XEF and XIC, which is our foreign and Canadian stocks, paying out $77.28. And then we have our VUS, which is another American stock, paying out $7. And then we have a bond here, our Q-tip bond, paying out 97 cents. So a nice little gain there, nothing too crazy. And then other than that, we'll take a look here at the portfolio. I'm going to take a peek and see if we can see how much, over the course of the month, how much our stocks have dropped. If we go history here, and we'll go 1 month. So you can see here there's been a nice little, see if we can figure out the nice little increase here because I actually deposited money. But if we take out the deposit here, we can see that there was a nice little dip here in January, and that's with all the stuff going on in the news and whatnot. So that's pretty much my Wealthsimple portfolio. Nothing too crazy has happened this month. I put a lot of money in. I think I put about $2,000 to $3,000. I got a lot of extra money at the start of the year, so I kind of just, I've been transferring some of my money from my savings and some other investments, and I'm still pulling them into my tax-free savings account here and stocks, because I do think stocks overall are, you know, one of the best ways to earn income. So I got a little bit extra money I'm kind of throwing in there slowly over time, so that's doing pretty good. And other than that, the only other portfolio I have here is my dividend investing portfolio in Wealthsimple Trade. And Wealthsimple Trade is an app I use, and we're doing an investing case study on the channel where every single week we put a little bit of money into the portfolio and we're slowly building it out. So right now we only have $524, so it's still pretty small. But this portfolio took a little bit of a dive too, not crazy, but a little bit of a decrease. So it looks like stocks overall are kind of a little bit down right now. But if you go over the 1 day return, we're down $5. If you go over the course of 1 week, we are down $4, and in the course of 1 month, we are up $1. So we're still up overall in this portfolio. Once again, we haven't had any dividends come in yet, but we should be getting some near the end of the month. In fact, I think over the next couple days, we should be getting a few from some of our real estate investments. So that'll slowly pull into this portfolio. And you can see here that we have XRE, which is the Canadian Dividend Fund. We have XHD, which I believe is a US fund. We have VYMI, which is another Vanguard fund. This is Vanguard International High Dividend Yield. You can see these are all dividend-based funds. And then we have Vanguard FTSE Canadian High Dividend Yield Fund, all dividend yields. And then we have one Shaw stock here, which is a high-paying Canadian dividend stock. So this is our one stock. At the end of every month, we kind of put a little bit of money into one single stock just to kind of branch it out. But most of the portfolio is ETFs, because I do believe ETFs are pretty solid overall. So that's pretty much it for the report for this month, guys. I just wanted to do a quick little update on the stocks and how everything's performing. Whoops, turn that down. Didn't mean to bring that up. But if you guys have any comments or anything like that, if you guys want to share how your stocks are doing or talk about all the things that have been going on, feel free to do so. If you guys want more investing videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be doing a couple more over the next couple days, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later.